You know, we love our entrepreneurs here on DC Breakdown, and today is no exception. I wish you could be in the studio just to smell the studio. It smells so delicious thanks to Ben Lynn, who has had a passion for food since he was a young boy. He has turned that love into a very successful business, and Ben and Arin Noble with B. Lynn Catering are joining us in the studio. I am just so overcome by the deliciousness. This bowl right here, this entire bowl is mine. Thank you for being on the show. Tell me about your business and this delicious food.
Yeah, well, thanks for having us, Angela.
Absolutely.
So we started the company about 16 months ago. So about February of 2013, we actually started as a supper club in my house.
A supper club? That sounds very posh.
Yeah. So what it was 5-course tastings, pretty much like 5-course meals. And I'd started with just inviting some friends over to my house to do these 5-course supper clubs, and from there it just kind of took off. People started asking if I'd done some catering, and you know, my passion for food and enjoying connecting with people at these supper clubs really drove me to kind of keep on pursuing cooking.
Well, tell me, given that I married a chef, I kind of know his story. He started out as a kid watching his mom cook. Is that your same story?
Yeah, it's actually a little bit what it is. So my parents grew up with, I grew up in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and we actually had a garden, pretty large garden in our backyard. And so a lot of the foods that we had growing up came from our garden. So it was
nice.
I was exposed to a lot of local things, seasonal things growing up. But I'll be a little honest. With my mom's cooking, I wasn't always the fondest of it, and she'll probably kill me for saying this. But
we won't let her see this.
So because of it, I actually started cooking with my friends. So
what was wrong with Mama's cooking?
Well, so the thing with seasonal ingredients is, when you have zucchini, the zucchini is growing, and we would be eating zucchini like 8 days a week, like 7 days a week, 3 meals a day. And there wasn't much change in how the zucchini was made, so after a little bit, zucchini got a little boring. So, I just wanted to get a little more creative with the food that was in the garden. So I started cooking with my friends in middle school.
How old were you when you?
It was 12 or 13.
Okay, okay.
It was 12 or 13.
Was that a strange hobby for a kid to have?
Because yeah.
Because normally kids, I'm playing football, basketball, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I guess it was. I didn't really think about it that way, but yeah, it was strange. But we did it for a little while actually, all the way up into high school. And
so you cooked? Did you sell your food, or you would?
No, just we would eat it ourselves. We'd take the $5 or $10 that we could scrap up, and went out to the grocery store and on our parents' gardens and stuff. Got a bunch of ingredients together and started experimenting.
So that's cool. So you and a group of friends did this?
Yeah, me and 2 or 3 other friends.
Now, are they in the restaurant business?
No, they are not. They're out doing different things.
But I'm sure they.
My path went to cooking.
Okay, so explain to me, what is your style?
Yeah, so my style of cooking is I take a lot of comfort foods from internationally, from different backgrounds. Like when I was growing up, a lot from my mom. I grew up with a diverse group of friends, so I got to learn from their parents, their grandparents, on different kind of home cooking techniques of different international backgrounds. So kind of growing up with that and doing a lot of traveling from my past job and just as a hobby, I kind of started putting together different comfort foods and street foods from around the world and kind of put my spin on it.
So not only do you have a spin on the food, but you are also very involved in your community. And I wanted to talk to Arin about that. Talk to me about B. Lynn Catering's commitment to the community.
Yeah, well, that's actually the thing that probably drew me to B. Lynn Catering. So Ben and I actually met through our church, and I was getting ready to kind of...
That's a nice place to meet.
It is, yeah. I was ready to leave kind of the more corporate America type feeling job that I had, because I was looking for something more creative and also something that had more of a community impact. And I had just been to a conference where I was thinking a lot about kind of employment services in the country and things like that, and community development work in general, and found it to be a really interesting intersection with the food world. And so at B. Lynn Catering, we do a lot of partnerships with nonprofit groups through our church, but then also other groups we did benefit dinners for Fair Girls, for DC 127, which is a foster care initiative, and a few others. And so we have a commitment to serving, groups that might not be able to afford some caterers, and we like want to help them out and do their fundraising events and stuff like that. But then also just through employment, and Ben can probably talk more about that.
So Ben, this is obviously your philosophy. I mean, it's important for you to give back to the community.
Yeah, it's very important for me, and I think for us to focus on one, like you're saying, giving back to the community. So we're looking kind of now at where we want to get rooted when we do get a permanent kitchen. Where do we want to get rooted in DC?
Because now you're at, tell us where you are now.
Yeah, so right now we're at a shared kitchen space a few blocks off of the New York Avenue Metro stop, and we've been there for about 14, 15 months now, and things have been great.
And you're there with a bunch of other people who are creative, like-minded, trying to make it happen.
That's correct. There are about 40 other small businesses in that shared kitchen space that use it.
As a small business owner, how tough has it been to get capital, to get people to, really buy into what it is you're trying to sell?
I think the one challenge not really challenge, because for us, as far as people buying into our thing, like I was saying, we're fairly new, and everything we've done has been word of mouth. We haven't had any investments. Everything has been ground up through just reinvestment of internal capital. My background is finance, so it kind of helped a little bit.
That's helpful.
When I went into
mine is too, which it has not helped me.
So that's helped a little bit, but as far as growing the business, when Arin started in November, I told her, so I don't really know how many hours I'm gonna have for you, but we'll see where it goes. And since then, it's just been a lot of word of mouth. I think we take a lot of pride in really loving and enjoying what we do, serving the people we serve, and I think that shows the food and the service that we give. So because of that, it's just this kind of spread.
All right, now let's brag on you. Tell me, what do you have here on the table?
Yeah,
let's start with my salad.
We'll start with the salad. So the salad, it's baby kale with some Roma tomatoes, toasted pecans, and smoked goat cheese.
I just got a whiff of the smoked goat cheese.
Smoked goat cheese, which we do in-house. So the smoked goat cheese is also, we have a pit master. His name is Gary, who works for...
Did you say pimp?
Pit master.
Oh, I heard pimp master, and that was a totally different show than the one we're doing.
So we have a pit master. His name is Gary.
Okay.
And actually, kind of folding in the whole employment thing, when we brought on board about a year ago, and one of his things was that he wants to one day kind of run his own restaurant. And for me personally, I would love to see my employees move on to do whatever they want.
That's
Hopefully
great.
We can give them the resources, equip them
but
to
listen
go
to what
on
you
in
just
life.
said. Isn't it great to say my employees? You're hiring people. That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
They're wonderful too, so they help me out as well. So without them, we wouldn't have any of this. But going back to the food.
Yes, tell me what is this? I know what it is.
Yeah, so those are veggie gyoza pot stickers. So we make them in-house. We take seasonal root veggies with a little truffle oil and pan-sear them with a little hoisin sauce on top.
So don't expect to get any pork in there, or maybe
no pork in that
some
one.
shrimp. Okay.
But
what do we have here?
So right here we have some butternut squash wontons. So a lot of the food here is a lot of the appetizers and hors d'oeuvres that we do for private parties, for weddings. So we stuff these little bite-sized poppers with butternut squash, mascarpone cheese, and a few other things. And it's
nice.
It's a fan favorite, I'd say. Yeah.
It's my favorite.
So we've got another pot sticker.
And then these are the pork ones. So these are pork pot stickers. So it's our katsu pot stickers. So we kind of took an influence from Japanese street food, tonkatsu, which is a breaded pork cutlet with hoisin sauce, and they use it with rice, and I kind of wanted to wrap that up. So I took a lot of the ingredients that are in it, and then just stuffed it in a pot sticker. So that's what that is, and then back here is
that looks like macaroni and cheese. Don't even trip.
Smoked Gouda Vermont white cheddar mac and cheese. With so for our topping we use Cheez-Its.
What?
Yeah, so we do a Cheez-It topping.
That's
right on top.
great.
Yeah.
That's great. Bring that one right over here.
Yeah, that's all you.
Get that situated right.
You.
Thank you. That and the salad. And so here we have.
And then here we have. Okay, so then we have these are candied yam wontons.
Ooh.
So we took like traditional Thanksgiving. So this is probably what we're gonna debut on kind of our holiday menu. We take candied yams, throw it in a wonton, flash fry it, and there you have it.
I love it.
And we have a little kick. We put a little chipotle powder in there too. Yeah. And then over here we have they're called lumpia. They're Filipino style spring rolls. So they're a little smaller. They're made with beef and usually traditionally sort of like a sweet chili sauce. So, you know, that I grew up eating that at some of my friends' houses are Filipinos.
Are you Filipino? Oh.
I'm Taiwanese.
Okay,
I grew up around a lot of Filipinos, so
you know
I
the
kind of
cooking.
took my spin on traditional lumpia and kind of made our own. And that's a fan favorite too.
Oh, it's I'm getting ready to dip in. So what about back
And
here?
then back here we have, so like I was mentioning earlier, our pit master Gary, who I've been training, well actually he trains me and tells me how to smoke, but you know, just kind of giving him the tools to hopefully him opening a restaurant one day. This is his stuff. So this is a smoked beef brisket. We do a 15-hour smoke, thin slice, with arugula on an herb brioche bun with our house barbecue sauce.
Very, very impressive.
And then over there's a smoked pork. So we do a 10-hour smoke on that, pull it with arugula, herb brioche bun, and our house barbecue sauce.
Ben and Arin, I am extremely impressed. I'm excited for you guys, for what the future holds. Thank you for giving back to your community. Thank you for the work you do. And thank you for bringing me all this delicious food, because I'm not sharing.
Well, thank you.
Okay, good luck to you all. I'll be expecting to hear when Beeland Catering has its own brick and mortar, right? It's coming. It's coming. I know it is. I can feel it. Up next, hitting a home run for a homeless Little League champion. Stay with us.